Sam, we're going to be late.
Something is changing. Now I'm moving. Oh, I guess we will see just what I will do, who I will become.
Cheers!
I'm not walking away, I'm not leaving behind. I'm just heading in boldly to what I will find. Nothing else matters more now than finding my home. I never imagined to be here alone. All these new lessons to learn on my own. I'm trying to make it all up as I go along. I'm at the beginning, I'll fight to the end. My troubles are easy with you now, my friend. Nothing's impossible now, we're on our way up. It's harder and harder, but we won't give up. All of these moments will one day add up. I'm not one to ever regret the moments that make us. We finished, we made it, we answered the call. Took on this journey and walked through it all. Where we will
Stand here in solidarity with you.
all up to us. Something is changing, and now I'm moving on. I guess we will see, just what I will do, who I become, Something is changing, now I'm moving on. I guess we will see, just what I will do. Something is changing. Something is changing.
Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Chancellor, Baroness Shami Chakrabarti, who will open the ceremony. Then the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Anthony Forster, will deliver the opening address. Chancellor.
I declare this graduation ceremony open.
A very warm welcome to our graduands and parents, families and friends, and to our university guests. I would also like to extend a special welcome to the Mayor of Colchester, Councillor Gerard Oxford, honorary graduates of the university, Dr. Elizabeth Hall MBE and Bill Gore, honorary fellows of the university, Andrew Nightingale and Father Michael Butler, and member of the University Council, Jane Hamilton. Today is a day of celebration, and graduation is the absolute high point of our academic year, and it's a wonderful occasion to celebrate your hard work and achievements. On behalf of the university, I'd like to congratulate you on the successful award of your degrees. I know that you've worked hard during your time here, but knowing Essex as I do, you'll have had a lot of fun along the way and will leave with some very fond memories. Many of your families and friends and supporters have travelled from over 130 countries to be part of this celebration, which perfectly demonstrates that at Essex you really do find the world in one place. For those of you graduating whose loved ones have not been able to make the journey, the ceremony is being streamed live around the world. So I'd like to extend a warm welcome to those watching and listening remotely, and hope that you too feel part of this special day. The cameras will pan across the auditorium now, so I'd be grateful if you could give them all a wave. You have every reason to be proud of having earned a University of Essex degree. I'm delighted that the reputation of the university continues to grow. In June, we were awarded the highest rating of gold in the government-led assessment of the quality of our teaching, the Teaching Excellence Framework, and we're ranked 11th overall in the UK for teaching excellence. I'm equally delighted that in the other government-led review of research quality, we're ranked 19th in the UK, and we're in a select group of 11 dual-intensive universities excelling in both education and research. And we're delighted to be ranked 30th in the UK in the Times and Sunday Times Good University Guide. The university is home to very talented academic staff, but it is just as important to us that we nurture new talent. And we're every bit as proud of you and your contribution to our community and to our future success. Many of the most wonderful achievements of the university over the past year are yours. Together, we launched the One Essex campaign, and student-led events have raised the visibility of the university's cosmopolitan and inclusive values and championed the benefits of a global community. This year alone, you have dedicated more than 24,000 hours of your time to volunteering projects. That's double the amount of hours spent last year. And 741 of our students have worked with over 50 local schools, charities, care homes, and refugee centres, directly helping people in our local communities. Your clubs and societies have won amazing awards and prizes and gained national recognition, from the Enactus Student Society project to help poorer young people in Mali to get access to education, to our sports stars who won 9 league titles in volleyball, basketball, badminton, golf, rugby, squash, and tennis. And this year, our societies and sports clubs have raised an amazing £41,000 for charitable causes. Essex is not just about getting a degree, it's about getting an education. And as your Vice-Chancellor, I'm incredibly proud of what you've learnt and the impact that you've had outside of the lecture theatre, the seminar room, and laboratory. Graduation marks the end of one part of your life and the start of the next. Some of you will already be clear about what you want to do next. Many of you will be starting jobs. Others will be considering postgraduate study. And if you choose to go on to further study, we're very keen to welcome you back, and we have generous alumni scholarships to help you. If you've not yet decided, What's next? We're here to help. We have 200 opportunities for you, ranging from paid graduate internships to short intensive postgraduate certificate courses, and financial support and guidance packages for those wanting to set up their own businesses. I particularly want to draw your attention to our paid 3-month graduate level internships. So if you're interested and want to find out more about these opportunities, our Employability and Careers team are here to help you. Talk to them today at their stall outside the Silbrad Centre by the Red Bus, or over the coming weeks and months. The journey from student to citizen of the world is not always easy, but we want you to know that you're not alone and that we're here to support you. As you graduate, you're joining one of the best clubs in the world, an extended global family of more than 95,000 Essex graduates with members in nearly every country of the world. It's never been easier to stay in contact with friends that you've made at Essex, but please keep in touch with us at the university, starting by visiting the alumni team, who will be just outside in Square 5 and collecting your memory box. This is just the start of your lifelong membership of the University of Essex. I'd like to end by reflecting on our university's founding vision and what having received an Essex education means for you. Essex was founded as a university with an equal commitment to excellence in education and research. We've built our university on the idea that students and staff are members with a license to shape what goes on around them by exploring and questioning, by having the ideas, the freedom and the courage to challenge the status quo. We're a university that embraces inclusivity, internationalism and intercultural understanding, a place where all staff and students are accepted for who you are. The University of Essex is unashamedly a community led by values, a place where we believe in truth and in doing the right thing. And right now, this matters more than ever. I hope that your time here has contributed to your understanding of who you are, of what you can achieve, and what you can change for the better. Be the vanguard of a movement to make the world a better place. Be kind to others. Listen to views that are different to your own. Disagree agreeably. And as our wonderful Chancellor says, aspire to be everyone's equal and no one's superior. Go out from here. Be excited. Be brave. Be scared. Be amazing. But above all, be yourselves and make the world a better place in whatever way you can. Thank you. We shall now proceed to the conferment of degrees.
I confer on all eligible graduands presented at this ceremony in person or in absentia the degrees, diplomas and certificates to which they are entitled.
I now introduce Professor Leon Rubin, Director of the East 15 Acting School, who will introduce the school and present the graduands to the Chancellor.
I'm always happy to see so many East 15 students here. Yeah, the quiet, low-profile group at the back, those ones. Today is a celebration of achievement at East 15 and the university, and we celebrate, in particular, student achievement. Staff at the school have also been busy between crowded teaching schedules, maintaining their professional profile. The school thrives on professional networks and contacts, and that is part of the reason for the very extraordinary student employability record. 86% of students were employed or in higher education last year. Staff such as Simon Hunt, Nicholas Hall, Matthew Lloyd, Salvatore Sorce, Caroline Webster, among many others, have been busy creating high-level work out in the profession at Glyndebourne, the RSC, and many other places. I even managed a production myself of Cymbeline in Indonesia, in Indonesian, and people tell me it was understandable. But most of all, we're proud of student achievement, and it's been another excellent year for the school. Students have won numerous competitive national awards, including Precious Mustafa and Jessie Jones, who both won Laurence Olivier bursaries. The winner of the Lillian Bayliss Award was BA Acting and Community Theatre student Jennifer Woodward. The John Gielgud Award was won by Samuel Edmund, and a BBC Carlton Hobbs Award by Patricia Allison. Yeah. The Timothy West and Prunella Scales Speech Prize for Actors from the Association of English Speakers and Singers was won by Ella Hunter-Clark. But the real story is the impact on the world of performance in the UK and internationally, in theatre, film and television. I cannot name all that recent students, recent graduates have been doing, and I apologise for all those not mentioned. Since I delivered the speech a few weeks ago, I've had a tsunami of emails telling me what everybody else is doing, but I'm not going to say them. The list is too long. I know you like short speeches, and the alcohol is waiting. But a few examples. BA Acting graduate Joseph Eyre took over the lead as Christopher in the National Theatre, Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime at the Gielgud Theatre. By November last year, East 15 graduate John Leader appeared at the Bristol Old Vic production of Peter Pan at the Olivier Theatre. BA Acting and Contemporary Theatre graduate Janet Etuk and Luke Clark were in Love. The show called Love, at the Dorfman Theatre. Oliver Wilson could be seen in the Red Barn at the Littleton Theatre before he moved to the Young Vic to open in A Midsummer Night's Dream. Finlay Cormack played Laertes in Hamlet at the Trafalgar Studios. MA Acting graduate Adam Bellamy appeared at the RSC production of King Lear with Sir Anthony Sher at the Barbican. David Buckhart is playing the lead on a national tour of Boris. Yes, that Boris, but it was the musical version. Dean Ridge, acting and stage combat graduate, has completed filming in Doctor Strange and playing Salmon Logan in Hippopotamus, the film of the novel by Stephen Fry. BA World Performance graduate Natasha Lansley has composed an original score for Ditto Theatre's Ingo's War and Wisecrackers. And The Idiot's Guide to the World, and she is also in Boris the Musical. There are no less than 3 E15 alumni in the national tour of Warhorse. in the wings, support from the wings. Jasmine Woodcock-Stewart became resident director on the David Bowie musical Lazarus at the King's Cross Theatre. Sophie Leibach is in the West End in the adaptation of Fellini's La Strada. Nazal Adarazi is in the new film War with Brad Pitt. Harriet Leach is in the new Paul Thomas Anderson film with Daniel Day-Lewis. As always, there were many spin-off new companies from East 15 travelling around the world. The fine East 15 tradition of fringe productions of a more X-rated adult nature was maintained by Fat Rascal Theatre and a London transfer of their award-winning Buzz the Musical. If you want to know what it's about, talk to the students afterwards. They also performed their own X-rated version of Puss in Boots, and a cast that included graduates from across our programs: BA Acting, BA Acting Contemporary Theatre, MA Acting. The Urban Foxes Collective offered an alternative Christmas show with a feminist twist, with Saskia Marland in Narcissistic Nativity at the Rosemary Branch. And I won't go on, but there are many, many more companies all over the world with the East 15 brand on it. Internationally, we've been busy. In the USA, a spin-off from an MA Acting alumni company has just performed in LA and Washington. It's called Ladies in Waiting. but it's already sold out, and I think it may have closed. A BA Physical Theatre graduate, Jeff Bond, was the lead in London production of Shaking Up Sherwood as Robin Hood. Another one in Tivoli in Copenhagen, and Luke Chadwick Jones really did run away with the circus and joined the company called Circus 1903, playing in Sydney and Melbourne before touring the USA. MFA directing student William Wang Shiru has already secured over £30,000 of funding for his new opera project, The Monk and the Lotus, but he's still looking for more donations. And he'll be directing a professional premiere soon. The list just goes on, and I will, I think, stop there. You get the idea of what our extraordinary students have been doing. Just finally to say, a directing student, Sari Schreiter, is leading a group of no less than 7 productions under his company's banner to the Edinburgh Festival. On the small screen, Elizabeth Fletcher joined Alex Boxall in the cast of a new ITV period drama, while Ada Hastrup could be seen in the BBC award-winning drama, articulation not so good today, Silent Witness. Ayula Smart appeared in Holby City, Vera, and Deborah Hammond in EastEnders. And again, the list just goes on. This is just a small, recent sample. Just some headlines to share with the guests here today. And many of our students have been active not only in the famous name companies and the big movies with famous actors, but also, and very importantly, in small theatres, in community areas, having a huge impact on the world of performance. I have no doubt the present class of 2017 will also contribute from all across our programs and will challenge, join, and in the East 15 and University of Essex tradition, also change, impact, and make different the world of performance in the UK and internationally. Thank you. Chancellor, the following graduates from the East 15 Acting School are present. For the degree of Master of Arts, Jonathan Clive Cooper. Sajjad Hussain. Retta Hiralainen. Jasmine Catherine Isley. Lauren Marshall. September Madison Mead Smith. Andrew Phipps. Agnes Rivet. Amund Siverson. Anka Vida. Lauren White. Dieter Marta Willie Brussels. Fernanda Mandagara. Lisa Dirick. Samir Massa. Gay Fang. For the degree of Master of Fine Arts, Jacqueline Avery Greenspan. Latanza Marie Britz. David Johnson, Jr. Charlotte Laporte. Brianna Maloney. Chaitanya Mowgli. Nicole Palumba. Marcello Solda. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Dylan Alcock. Ben Ayers. Jack Ayers. Rebecca Blanchard. Hadley Oliver Brown. Tiffany Clare. Samuel James Dunham. Michael Guthrie. Ella Hunter Clark. Paisley Faye Jackson. Sean Martin Jones. Just straightening me out here.
Now you've gone the other side. Come on. There we go.
And he didn't even study wardrobe. Owen Landon. James Laughlin. Nigarish Mohammed. Mally Ann Rees. Bradley Taylor. Nicole Watson. Nicole Wood. Nicole Zweiback. Stephanie Louise McGuinness. Lauren Nordholm. Elena Vanzini. Sarah Ackroyd. Michelle Aloy. Bradley Charles Clark. Coral Cooper Smith. Laura DeYuva. Grace Duggan. Catherine Greenough. Alex Christopher Preston. Lauren Scott. Miles Jovian Elliot Borrett. Christopher Charles Ferguson. Stenan Giz Dottir McQueen. Connor Harris. Uriel Pauline Klein Mekongo. Gabriella Leon. George Stephen Poynton. Helen Potter. Phoebe Stapleton. Edward Theakston. Carissa Wagner-Moore. Thomas Bates. Jack Eccles. Kimberly Fuller. Linda Nkomo. Joshua Richardson. Heather Smith. David Buckhart. Dean Elliott. Martin Lamb. Lee McLaughlin. Joshua Milner. Duncan Philip Nightingale. Amber Perry. Georgia Wall. Georgia Young. Anne Bailey. Emily Baker. James Jack Bentham. Maya Biskupska. Victoria Bowes. Kate Coverley. Eleanor Curtis. Georgina DeSouza. Mary Emerance Ann Den. Emily Duncanson. Easy one. Rosemary Evans. Fiona Hawke. Charlotte Hogg. Alanya Page Hotchkiss. Annie Howlett. Milad Jamali. Ella Francesca Jarvis. Katie Louise Jeromson. Ekaterina Gabriela Koskina. Natasha Lansley. Martim Maria Lobo Macado de Mesquita Guimarães. Grace Ludlam. Sophie MacArthur. Bryn Mitchell. Jens Newton. Blake Palmer. Sarah Louise Piercy. Gabriella Rolfe. Lauren Russell. Thomas Sanson. Victoria Shippen. Leanne Shawley. Lee Sorrell. Sophie Louise Turner. And Emily Watmore. Chancellor, that concludes the presentations of graduates from the East 15 Acting School.
Phew. I now introduce Professor Phil Terry, Head of the Department of Literature, Film and Theatre Studies, who will introduce the department.
Hello and welcome. So I've structured this little speech or address or peroration, making use of one of the many innovative assessment methods that we use in our department. This one is taken from a third-year module called Oulipo and the Avant-Garde, where students are invited to write a creative piece or a reflective piece or an autobiographical piece structured around the letters of the alphabet. So you'll be able to tell when the end is coming. A is for SU award-winning societies. This year, the department societies continued to flourish, resulting in 2 prestigious awards from the Students' Union. Firstly, the Writing Society, which won the Shaping Everything Around You award. And secondly, the Theatre Arts Society. And you won the Most Active Society award. And the noisiest in a good way. A is also for Arnold Kirat, who was an outstanding young doctoral scholar in our department, working on literature of the American South, who sadly passed away before she was able to complete her studies. The department and the university are very pleased to be awarding a posthumous degree of MPhil in recognition of the fine contribution which Arnold made to the University of Essex and to literary scholarship. B is for Boy Blue, which was This was a spectacular play written by third-year student Finn Todd, and as some of you will know, it won our playwriting competition this year called Rewrite. C is for Chris McCulley, one of my many wonderful colleagues in Lifts who ran admissions this year and ran it with, I think, unprecedented success, putting us in the top 4 departments in the university for 2016 to 17, which qualifies the department for the Champions League next year. D is for Dystopias, an exciting new module which is being added to our ever-evolving curriculum next year, led by new member of staff in literature this year, Dr. Sean Seeger. E is for Elena Distraru, one of our BA Creative Writing students. She's now a film PhD, and her documentary about rural Nepal and the struggle for women's rights in Nepal, But They Can't Break Stones, won the prestigious Indie Fest Award this year. F is for my colleague Maria Cristina Fumagalli, who this year was invited to Cuba, legend has it, by Fidel Castro in his last days, to read from her book on the literatures of Haiti and the Dominican Republic, which has had a major impact in Caribbean studies. G is for Ros Green, the director of the Essex Book Festival. Based in our department, the Essex Book Festival this year put on over 70 events across Essex, not only making the department very visible to the public, but giving lots of opportunities to our students for readings and for work experience. It's one of the things which helps make our department unique. There is no other department in the UK with a fully fledged county-wide festival attached to it, and long may it flourish. H is for halloumi cheese. This made a rare appearance this year and formed part of the Middle Eastern food platter which accompanied my colleague Fatima El Isawi's launch of her new book, Arab National Media and Political Change. I is for Impact, specifically the Green Impact Award, which the department was proud to receive this year. In fact, in the last couple of weeks, we achieved a silver award for Green Impact, and I will have to confer with my colleagues to find out whether we're going to go for gold in that one next year. J is for Jane Thorpe. Jane was a number of fantastic colleagues who left us or retired this year, and those colleagues also include Roger Moss and Emma New. And my thanks to all these people for their great work in the department over many years. You will all be missed. K is for Liz Cootie. Liz, who with Annecy Lax, together this year they received an AHRC Global Challenges grant, developed a project which was recently showcased at the Mercury Theatre in Colchester, the International Festival of Women Making Theatre to Inspire Change. Liz, it should be noted, will also be taking over as head of department next year, a role in which I am confident she will continue to inspire change. So good luck to Liz. L is for Liam Jarvis, who this year co-wrote the play Sleepless with his company Analog, which was performed at Shoreditch Town Hall. M is for Deanna McCarthy of the Lifts admin team, who received an Excellence Awards nomination for social media, where the department have made great strides over the last year. N is for Emma New, also of the Lifts admin team, who also received an Excellence Awards nomination, this time for finance. And O is for Owen Robinson, Owen not only acted spectacularly as my deputy head over the last 3 years, for which I am very grateful, but he also managed still to find time for his students amidst the bureaucracy that role inevitably brings with it. So much so that he was the proud recipient of another Excellence Awards nomination, this time for good supervision. Thank you, Owen. P is for poetry readings, which have continued to nourish staff and students alike in 2016 to 17, with notable readings from Mary Matzilli, Mike Harwood, Ralph Hawkins, Simon Pettit, Jordan Savage, and Tim Atkins. Poetry is not just necessary in a literature department, but in society more broadly, as our Chancellor Shami Chakrabarti has so eloquently argued, pointing out how poetry bridging the public and the private can bear witness politically. We should be proud that it is one of our graduates, Ben Ockery, who was the first to address the Grenfell Tower disaster and its wider repercussions in poetry. Q is for qualitative data, where we continue to excel as a department. As one student put it, this is just the best department in the university. The teaching is awesome, the course is constantly challenging, the staff are people you can really relate to who have time for their students. R is for research, another area where the department have continued to excel in recent years. We've had successful research grants awarded for work on the poetry of Derek Walcott, on global theatres, on archival Holocaust research, and on international modernism. S is for my colleague Shahini Chowdhury, who received a University Impact Acceleration Fund Award for her groundbreaking work on Syrian film, curating the screenings Movement of the People shown in the Mosaic Rooms in London. T is for Tom Rayworth, formerly a student of the department. Tom died early this year. Tom went on to become, for many, the leading British poet of his generation, and his experimental and adventuring spirit lives on in the department. Today, Tom, we salute you. U is for undergraduates. That's a lot of you, who this year continue to excel, obtaining for our department a record number of high degrees this year. V is for vision, the university's vision of excellence in research and excellence in education, to which our department adds a number of quantitatively unmeasurable qualities: excellence in collaboration, excellence in creativity, excellence in innovation, and excellence in imagination. W is for my colleague James Canton's magnificent new book on ancient stones and prehistoric gold, Ancient Wonderings, available from Collins, which launched this year at the X, is for the excellent Stoke by Nayland Festival, otherwise known as the ISBN, the In Stoke by Nayland Festival, curated by Lift's colleague David Charleston, which also featured performance from a number of third-year students showcasing their poetry. Y is for another year of inspiration and challenge, and Z is for the zest with which all our staff put into everything they do and which makes the department so special. Thank you.
I introduce Dr. Jordan Savage from the Department of Literature, Film and Theatre Studies. Dr. Savage will present the graduands to the Chancellor.
Vice-Chancellor, the following graduands from the Department of Literature, Film and Theatre Studies are present. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Rasha Al-Shalabi. Wafa Al-Fares. Xiaoshen Su. Tabitha Khan. Majeed Midhin. For the degree of Master of Philosophy, Danae Brooke. For the degree of Master of Arts by Dissertation, Lee Smith. Richard Allen Hornsby. For the degree of Master of Arts, Lucy Buchholz. Robin Goldsmith. Jennifer Tranham. May Lisbeth Storbeck Peterson. Ruth Raymer. Andrew Willis. Camille Youngworth. Diana Oliveira Borges. Charlotte Stiger. Georgina Dedman. Kirsty Groves. Tilly Renyard. For the degree of postgraduate certificate, Vlad Vojna. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Eleanor Broughton. Shannon Keegan. Mairead Maloney. Emile Manavi. Simone Mendez Sutcliffe. Matthew Shepherd. John Wesley Stammers. James Tague. Duncan Temple. Anne Westall. Iona Antonia Vladut. Joanna. Quincy Michael Cleaver-Abosi. Ellie Airtak. Paige Nicole Blastock. Jerry Bolton. Jessica Bruce. Grace Durbin. Francesca Gray. Bethan Holder. Lydia Klimberg. Morgan Grace Lewins. Jack Parker. Vanya Pedersen. Lloyd Shankly. Megan Charlotte Rose Simons. Finn Todd. Bethany Warsop. Chloe Atkinson. Rebecca Hudson. Sophie Joshua. Eleanor Kingsford. Daniel Maxwell. Ellen Pascoe. Fabiana Sforza. Megan Sharman. Jenny Stokes. Sean Warren. Melissa Corbett. Courtney Day. Marie Fryatt. Savannah Raymond. Leila Tejano. Lauren Holden. Biondina Arukai. Monique Bakare Saba. Rachel Bovington. Maximilian Bowden. Neve Hannah Carroll. Alexandra Chappelle. Sean Louisa Connolly. Megan Forge. Cyril Grini. The recipient of the 2014-15 Enlightenment Prize, Rebecca Harris. Drew Harry. Benjamin Hart. Rihanna Hughes. Scarlett Isartel Mason. Mubarak Jama. Rianne James. Claire Leggett. Edward Lincoln. Sally Lovett. Ishapreet Kaur Mann. Ashley Monagle. Fiona Nimini. Rosette Nyajina. Emma Reeve. Ingrid Shader. Martine Solberg. Amy Twiggs. Genevieve Ursher. Jordan Welsh. Natasha Woolard. Samuel Worrell. Andrea Zaharia. Mia Zangana. Jensila Femiu. Craig Hudson. Christopher Riles. Georgina Bird. Samuel Davis. Ariana Eve Johnson. William Jones. Sheila Farizi Kasim. Joseph Philpott. Matei Raducanu. Matthew Anthony Bayliss. Lynn Dale. Sylvia Georgieva. Ulasha Guru. Lydia Haji Kriakou. Sierra McMahon. Mary Penrose. Fiona Peters. Andrea Radu. Ryan George Talmadge. Matthew Wilkes. Serena Lipscomb. Ewan Mackenzie. Sarah Sufi. Ben Boswell. Lok Ching Chung. Williette Paul Wright. The following graduand from the University of Essex Online was unable to attend the graduation ceremony yesterday due to unforeseen circumstances. However, they've travelled to the university today to attend the ceremony. For the degree of Master of Science, Charlotte Giamma Cramo. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of the graduands from the Department of Literature, Film and Theatre Studies.
Thank you. The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Anthony Forster, will now address the graduates.
You've been a wonderful audience, and I'd like to address my remarks to our new graduates. You're Essex graduates for the rest of your life, and we want you to keep in touch, be wonderful ambassadors for our university, and to go out from here and make a difference. You've all worked hard, but it would not have been possible without the support of our staff here at the university, and above all, the support of your friends and family. So please, could our graduates stand up, give a big round of applause, perhaps some whoops, for all those who've supported them whilst at university.
Thank you, graduates. Please be seated. Next, the Chancellor will close the ceremony. I will then invite you to stand for the outgoing academic procession. After the procession, please be seated to watch on the screens our new graduates leave the auditorium and walk across the bridge to the squares where you can meet them. As they leave, I hope we can give them a final flourish of applause. Chancellor.
I declare this graduation ceremony closed.
Please stand. Please be seated.
Get in there, boys!
I missed it! Back of the net!
That's all, folks.